So I've been sitting here and trying to figure out what I want to film, and I kept feeling like I wanted to film a TBR because it's been quite a while since I've had one, and then I realized that I really don't need to do a to be read because I'm in the middle of so many books right now. I don't even need to be thinking about what's down the road. So then I thought, you know what? I'll do a CBR, which is my currently being read, because it's just, I'm in one of those moods, you know? Before I get started though, maybe we should address the Malfoy in the room. This is temporary. I will be freshly purpled soon, but you know, I was just recently saying that I'm not meant to be a blonde. Like, it just doesn't ever look right. The one good thing about the temporary blondness is that I can pull out lip colors that I normally can't wear with my purple hair because they just clash horribly, so yay for that. But also, you know, I'm just kind of in the mood of I'm meant to be whatever the hell I want to be at the moment. So what if being blonde makes me look a little bit like I'm on my deathbed? If I want to be blonde, I can be blonde. I don't want to be blonde though, it will be purple soon. Anyway, I feel like I have talked about this on and off multiple times for probably the better part of a year now at least, but I just am in the weirdest reading funk where, like, I'll read something that's excellent and I'll think, like, finally I've broken the funk, like I'm back into loving reading, and then it will just be followed by a string of books that I abandon halfway through. Nothing is holding my attention or exciting me about it anymore. And it's weird because I'll be reading something and I will enjoy it, I'll be liking it, and I still won't want to finish. It's just like this weird, there's like a string of bodies behind me, all of the books that I've abandoned and left by the roadside. So even though I'm constantly getting new books or being sent books or picking up books and being like, yes, that sounds so good, I want to read it, at the same time I'm still like, but I kind of don't want to read it. I want to read everything and nothing right now, and I'm just over it. I just want to be back into a good reading zone. I just want it back. But until it comes back, I'm currently in the middle of so many books. This isn't even going to touch the amount of books that I'm currently reading that I've really just given up on, and I still have them kind of lingering in the back of my head. But currently I'm reading A Face Like Glass by Frances Harding, which is being reissued here in the US, and I was really enjoying it, but I don't know what happened to it. I've misplaced it. But I was kind of getting to the point, like, even though I was really liking it and it was unique and weird and whimsical and up my alley, I was still finding excuses not to pick it up, which is just part of that whole funk, you know? But it's gone missing. I don't know what in the world happened to it. I guess it realized that I was neglecting it and it said, I'm gonna leave you before you leave me. So in the meantime, rather than search for it like a normal person, I picked up another book, which is Words in Deep Blue by Kath Crowley, and I'm kind of, no offense to A Face Like Glass because I liked it, but I'm kind of glad that it went missing because this actually is really connecting with me, and I read about 150 pages in pretty much a straight shot, like 40 pages, and then, you know, took a break to go like cook dinner and all that, and then ended up picking it up again and reading really late into the night. It was a bit of a sleep stealer. So I've got less than 100 pages left, which is a good sign because that means that I'm on track to actually finish and enjoy an entire book. Feels pretty good. So I'll be talking about that soon. Hopefully I'll be picking up A Face Like Glass soon, but in the meantime I'm also currently reading, I don't know how well you can see this, but it's Wolf Volume 2, Apocalypse Soon. This is the second in a comic series that I was recently talking about in my last video, I believe it was, and excited to dig back into that. Most of what I'm kind of in the middle of right now is digital, so I've also started Yes Please by Amy Poehler and The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams, both on Audible, and have been listening to the S-Town podcast, which is so freaking fantastic. Not necessarily ideal for my general state of mind right now, because it's about someone who commits depression, and he's like so uber concerned with the state of the world, and I'm trying to avoid the state of the world right now, or any, you know, whiff of depression and all that. So I probably should have just given this one a pass for now, but it is so damn good. But I've also, within the last month or so, picked up Let's Pretend This Never Happened by Jenny Lawson. Read a few pages of that, and it just wasn't in the mood for it. Picked up Beautiful Broken Girls by Kim Savage, and again, read a couple pages, and positive that I would end up liking it, but still just didn't want to continue. I don't know what's going on with my brain right now. Maybe I need like a meditation retreat, just clear all the junk out of here and reset. I also, once every other day or so, start looking at all of these shelves behind me and thinking like, what could I read? What's calling to me? Like picking up and starting another book is somehow gonna fix it. I need to just like focus, man. What the heck is going on? So anyway, that is my presentation to you rather than a TBR. If you're curious what's going on my bookshelves and in my mind lately, this is my CBR. This is all of the currently being read, likely to be abandoned, what in the world is going on in Misty's brain pile. If you go through funks like these, or have gone through funks like these, let me know how you cope with them, what works for you to shake you out of it. I don't know if I just need a totally different genre, if I'm just maybe sick of the same old, so even though they're enjoyable to me and well written and I'm getting into them, I'm just over the predictability. I think that is part of it. I start reading something and I'm like, this is good, but I know everything that's going to happen and I don't feel like putting the effort into it. So maybe I just need a total shakeup. But at the same time, I'm rereading old favorites, and even not old favorites, just things that are hanging around in my phone that I've read before, like free on Kindle bull that I've read, and I know everything that's going to happen, so there's obviously a predictability issue there too, but I'm still... maybe it's just the ease of it? I really don't know. Let me know. Let me know what gets you through reading ruts, and what you're reading right now. What's your currently being read, or your to be read, all of that stuff. Because, I don't, it's just a weirdness right now. As for looking toward the future, because I can't stop myself from thinking about the next book, even when I'm in the middle of 7, I think probably rather than a stack of 5 coming up, or another TBR or anything like that, maybe as part of a TBR, I think I want to do kind of like a leaving it up to fate thing. So I'm probably going to make a list of books that sound good to me, and a list of books that have been recommended to me, and maybe even just some random ones, and then roll a die and let fate decide. So leave me your recommendations of books that you want to see on that list. Books that you think I'd really love, or books that aren't being covered enough. Anything that you think fate should push in my way. And then I think it'll be an ongoing thing. So after I read a book from it, the book that I read will be replaced with the next title, and it will just get rolled over into the next fated book thing. So I think that's kind of what I'm planning for now. Probably shouldn't be planning anything until I get some of these read, but you know, can't stop, won't stop. So all that in the comments. Let me know your rut stuff, let me know your recommendation stuff, and just let's chat. Everything that I mentioned will be linked in the description so you can find out more about all of that, and the next time you see me, I will probably be brighter and not death-warmed over blonde. But until then, thank you guys for watching, and chatting in the comments, and giving me your recommendations, and all of that jazz, and until next time, happy reading!